Hello, I'm Jenny Fern. Welcome to my library. I'm a chaotic neutral mechanical engineer who's really into permaculture and wants to talk about books. So let's talk about books. Today, I have a creative project video. Every month this year, I am posting an extra video where I discuss a creative project that I've been working on throughout the month. Today, it is the 22nd, and I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to do this month because I have so much reading that I need to do. But I will show you what I have been working on, and I will roll some footage, I suppose, from my plans. I thought I would make a little book nook, like a bookshelf book nook thing. I worked on it, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to put all the finishing touches. There's so much more to do on that project. So I'm gonna switch my whole thing. So last month, I wrote fan fiction for the first time in my life. And this month, I have started posting the fan fiction to Archive of Our Own. And I'm so excited to tell you that as of the day that I'm filming, there are 3 chapters available online, and there will be a 4th going up. Wait, today's Tuesday. See, this is why I need to switch to bi-weekly. I thought I would do weekly until I got some traction and then switch to bi-weekly because it is kind of stressful getting everything prepared to post every week. So I'll be posting today. This has been changing my life. I'm so happy. I feel like a little bit at peace with myself, and I still have not talked to my husband about this. I'm still ashamed in quite a deep way, but the reception from those on the internet has been so nice, and I've only had one really quite off-putting experience. I have this ramen box, and this is what I'm going to use as a book nook in my library. I'm going to do a little alleyway here, and I want to pull a lot of inspiration from Witch Hat Atelier, because I feel like the design of the alleys and the cities and just the very whimsical vibes in this manga. Let me see if I can find a good page. These kinds of vibes. So the thing that I did get a head start on already was, one, putting this, it's a piece of a birthday card. I glued that in as the bottom because I just felt like it kind of looked like fancy cobblestones. I made a couple of scrolls. These are out of some envelopes of junk mail. And then I painted them with watercolor, and then I put a little bit of embroidery floss around it. This is made from a Starbucks cup thing, and then I just glued it together. I don't have glue. I have some really, really old Elmer's type glue that is really not doing well. And then I have a little square of fabric in here, and this is a little bucket of some scrolls. The other thing that I really am taking inspiration from besides Witch Hat Atelier is Free Run. It is so hot today. It's 100 and our AC kaput. Bear with me as I'm very warm, but I did just make some progress on this book nook. Back when I was first thinking that I might be autistic, I was looking into if I might actually have sensory issues, because it's just not something I'd ever considered before. And there are some things that I struggle with. A lot of it's undergarments. And one of the things that I really don't like is stepping on debris in the bathroom. We have a litter box. No matter what, there's always going to be a little bit of litter on the ground because the cats just kick it up when they leave the litter box. And that's unbearable for me. Getting into the shower with litter on my feet and then back out of the shower and then I have litter on my feet right away. So I got this pair of slippers from this brand, which is Nook, and they are wool slippers. And they're really nice. Anyway, I'm using the box that I'd gotten the slippers from to make the background scenery inside my little diorama. I also popped out the hole in the top to put in the lighting, but that is what it looks like. I painted it with some acrylic paint, so the trees are all green now, and then the background is also painted with like a mountain scenery. And then I did layer. God, it's really hard to see. Let's zoom in maybe. So here you can see, hi, here you can see I think there's 4 layers. So there's the mountain that I really like how that turned out actually. And then I have all of the trees that I had to cut out. I cut those out by hand with some scissors and it kind of sucked. This is what I have so far. I did this and I did I am so proud of this little broom. She's made out of real grass and then some embroidery floss and then this beautiful stick. It's such a satisfying stick. And I made a little table. So here's my little table that I was gonna put on the side here. And then I have a couple of like little rugs in here. And then I have like a tile floor. Today I'm talking about my own creative work, which is a fan fiction that I have written about Jinshi and Maomao from the Apothecary Diaries. This follows the events just before season 2, episode 17, and so it's before she's kidnapped. They are sent on a diplomatic mission to Hyrule in a like post Tears of the Kingdom, like everything's resolved with that situation, but it's the Tears of the Kingdom world. So they are exploring Hyrule. It's a crossover. And this is my update. I did do a whole creative project video about this project, and now I have updates because Baby's posted her first chapter. I was approved for using Archive of Our Own. I set up my account. A grueling process posting my very first fan fiction. I just didn't know how to do it. So if you're interested in a whole video about how to do it, like how to start, like I can walk you through that, and I'd be super happy to if any of you are curious, because I know I really like people like straight up holding my hand through doing something for the first time, because God, doing something for the first time is just horrifying for me. So anyway, I've done that. I posted my very first chapter. I will put the link in the description below. If you want to check it out, please be nice to me. The permaculture hack for you guys, if you have a lemon tree, which I know lemons don't grow everywhere. I live in California. I don't know if you know this, because if you don't grow citrus where you live, you wouldn't. Limes and oranges and stuff actually ripen in winter, and so you end up getting like a ton of lemons in winter. So what I did was take all of the lemons and throw them in my freezer, and you don't even have to like protect them very much. You can just put them in like a grocery bag and throw them in the freezer. You take them out, you thaw them out in some warm water, and then you can have lemonade when it's hot. Super easy. Also, a lemon tree produces a ton of lemons. So again, if you're in an area where you can grow lemons, do it. It's great. They're also so versatile for cooking. That was my little permaculture aside. Back to the fan fiction. I am so excited because I thought for sure I wasn't going to hear anything. Like nobody was going to see it. Nobody was going to read it for like weeks. Like, let's be real. I post on YouTube. I know how hard it is to get people to see things on the internet. And I am so happy. I've already had 2 comments. I've gotten some kudos as well. I got a comment from somebody saying, I love it. These are two universes that I adore, so it's incredible to see them brought together. This is perfect. This is exactly who this is for. I'm so happy you're here. I was just wondering if Link and Zelda would be there. I can't wait to read the rest. I have plans. I haven't even written any of this yet, and I'm on chapter, I think I'm gonna write chapter 17, or at least start on it today. I have plans that they will do some like diplomatic work with Zelda. I'm just not there yet. I'm in Goron City still. I have to figure out what my next mystery is going to be. I'm already like riding so high on the fact that like other people are enjoying this that I'm like, what if I just abandon my posting plan and I just post like everything that I possibly could right now, which is just totally infeasible. I am keeping to a posting bi-weekly. I realized I probably need to specify that I mean every other week. And I do think for the first 3 chapters, I'm probably gonna post every week to build up a little bit of momentum, get people excited, and then I'll switch to posting every other week. I need time to edit each chapter before I post it, and I also need time to like continue the series along, and I need time for just like my own interests to shift and change, and like I'm a very vibey person and I know that like I will have whims. So this is my update. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I still need to tell my husband that I've been working on a fan fiction, and I just don't know how to do it because I'm really embarrassed. The thing is, sometimes he does watch these videos, but sometimes he also does not. And I don't know if he's seen it or not. He is my best friend. So, God, it's just sometimes you're like, you want somebody to think that you're cool. Good morning. I have a day off, a solo day off. It's the 3rd of July. And I just got a comment on my fanfic that I have to, I don't know what the right word is. I have to comply. I got a comment where Maomao's at a stable. How do we say this? Do we say it Melania bed? Will she get a message from the horse god? I didn't include that even though it is the bed, so now I'm gonna have to put Link in that bed and we're gonna have to see, because I can't remember what happens, and I'm going to have to start chapter 2 with that scene because I just have to. I can't not, because this person's so right. It is that bed. I knew it was that bed. I just ignored it. I ignored it completely. So anyway, goodbye. Goodbye, I'm gonna write it now. I got a comment that was like really nice. And when I was reading it, like some alarm bells went off where I was like, this sounds like it was written by ChatGPT. It was very enthusiastic. And it just had like a stink that it was generated by ChatGPT. And anyway, I was like, give it a chance. I'm not gonna like immediately shut down any comments because of my conception of where it might be coming from. But also, I couldn't imagine somebody's like reasoning for doing that. So anyway, I'm like, thank you so much. You're too kind. Whatever I said, I don't know. And then the person responds, and eventually they're like, could I reach out to you off platform? Which I was like, a little weird. I'm a little afraid, but sure, here's my Discord. And did that. And then the person reached out on Discord, and I was pretty excited actually, because I was like, maybe this is just somebody who really wants to talk to me about Apothecary Diaries. If you are a person, by the way, if you are somebody who does want to talk to me about Apothecary Diaries or books, please feel free to add me as a friend on Discord or go to my Discord server. I am putting more effort into more regular engagement on the Discord. I've been trying to be less socially awkward. I never really learned how to act on the internet. I can do relatively well with in-person stuff. Still terrible about like actually going from like acquaintance to friend. I don't understand how people get each other's phone numbers. That has never happened to me in my life. I have never understood how to get contacts with people outside of like the place where you see the person. So I was like, I'm gonna be open to making friends, basically. And I added the person. They were like, loved your work. And like very shortly after, like didn't reveal anything about their own interests or what they like about these things. Anyway, very shortly after, they were like, do you want to commission my artwork? And I was like, okay, maybe, again, maybe, benefit of the doubt. Definitely thinking that this is just like, buy my art. But I was like, you mean like to buy? Because again, maybe I'm like, they were just really into Maomao and like really want to draw Maomao. I don't know. It was, do you want to buy my artwork? Here's my artwork. I'm like, no. And then they were kind of like, why not? I'm like, bruh, like you reached out to me. I didn't go seek you out to buy your artwork. So anyway, a little sour of an experience, but otherwise, everybody has been so kind. I gotta let my cat out of the bathroom 1 sec. I just realized I was watching like a few videos and they say like good boy and good girl to each other far more than I'm comfortable putting in my work. And I'm like, do they say that in the light novel? They are weird. They are weird with each other. Am I not making them weird enough? I am now on like chapter 26 or 27. I have the 3 chapters up as of filming. I will be posting the 4th one today. That's really what I've been spending so much of my time on, is writing the new chapters and editing the existing chapters to post. So show me some love if you are interested in any of that. I ran into a bit of hard times with my most recent chapter. I had like 3 chapters that I was like thrilled to write. So excited, genuinely so enthusiastic, knew exactly what was going to happen. And then I hit a wall, didn't know what should happen next. I wrote the chapter last night and it was so hard that I was like, I don't think this is good. And now I've got a little bit of a rhythm again, but it took several days. It took longer than I'm used to be able to write that last chapter. So I'm just kind of building up a little bit of momentum. It's Thursday and I've watered the garden and I'm here to continue working on my Apothecary Diaries, Tears of the Kingdom fanfiction. I'm not really quite sure how to take this chapter today. I think I might just feel it out, not knowing where we're going. And then I think very shortly after this, we will be carrying on to a new location. So I thought I would share how the posting is going on Archive of Our Own. So some details about the fanfic. It is called An Apothecary Abroad, the Hyrule Diaries. And I am also Jenny Fern on Archive of Our Own. Hi, baby. Oh, I've got a couple of baby boys. Also, the sun just like set. I have posted 4 chapters. This totals to 6,010 words. I have 16 comments. I've replied, so it's more like 8 comments. I have 32 kudos and 9 bookmarks and 613 hits. I'm very happy with that. I had no idea what to expect, and I did have some thoughts that this would be similar to posting on YouTube at the beginning, where it's like the only views are you, but I feel like it's going pretty well. I got 2 extra bookmarks within like the last day, which is super exciting. I do wish I would get more comments on the more recent chapters. I got comments on chapter 1 and chapter 2 and no comments on chapter 3 or 4. And I'm like, are they, do you like them? Are they any good? Also, my cheek dimple is so prominent in this lighting. Oh, it's this thing, just gotta let you know, this thing is so genetic. I simply can't do anything about it. It's not really a dimple, it's more of like, I don't know, a dent. I wanted to avoid more of the like the magical elements and not get in so much into the deep Zelda lore. I really wanted it to be more of, we're visiting this foreign land, and that foreign land is Hyrule. But I realized that those like critical Tears of the Kingdom elements, if they would be around, I should probably mention them. Even if like we don't want to go into great detail about like the lore around things, and I still want it to be through Maomao's very practical eyes, I still want to be able to have those elements present. I got another comment on chapter 2 from the reader mentioning the Melania bed. They say, "Hey, Melania! I suppose their party will be staying in Terrytown now, so Maomao won't have any more strange horse dreams to deal with, just strange Kilton and his everything. I'm excited to see how the group will react to some of the non-humanoid races of Hyrule, so it'll be cool to see some of the other Terrytown residents like Grayson, Pellison, Fyson, and Capson pop in. I'll be completely honest, I'm not sure I know who those people are, but I did include a Zora soldier in an upcoming chapter. I did want them to feel a little bit more like they were just going to a normal land, because again, that practicality, making it seem like it was a real story that could take place in the Apothecary Diaries, because I am really in it for the Apothecary Diaries, but also I love the world of Hyrule. I do include other races, like Ronson is there as a representative of the Gerudo. Again, this Zora soldier is there, and later they go to Goron City. So they are meeting different types of people, but I'm just not really making it like a big point. The comment continues, "As for strange items, considering Maomao's met Kilton now, it's probably only a matter of time until he shows off the monster statues, especially if monsters are scarce in Hyrule now." That's another thing. If I could play Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild without monsters, oh my god, I would be so happy. If I could hang out and explore little mysteries without the threat, God, I'm so happy that I get those like monster masks. That was like literally the only encouragement for me defeating divine beasts in Breath of the Wild, was to get the fucking masks of like the Lizalfos, or however you say it. Oh my god, I hate monsters. Jesus Christ, the Guardians, is that what they're called? Oh my god, they're so scary. I am not a very strong fighter. I wonder what kind of monsters are displayed. The more common ones, like the Blins and Lizalfos, some of the mini boss monsters like Lionels or Frox from the depths. What about boss monsters. I know you can put up a Ganondorf after you beat the game, but I've never tried ones like a Colgera or the Queen Gibdo. I, after reading this comment, incorporated the statue of Demon King Ganondorf because I had no idea you could do this. I'm so horrified to admit this. I didn't beat Tears of the Kingdom. I'm still actively playing Tears of the Kingdom. And I get so scared in fighting. And okay. To get Minoru, I postponed getting Minoru for so long. And now I'm doing my little Yiga fights. I don't even know how close I am to the end. But I've read some things to make sure that I don't mess up the story. So yes, I did add the Demon King sculpture. Comments are my favorite thing. Oh my god, I am so tired. My dog keeps waking me up early in the morning. I already wake up really early in the morning. So anyway, goodbye. Gotta work on gotta. It's so important. Gotta give the people what they want. So it is the end of the month. It is the 28th. I will be posting this soon if I get my act together. So I want to give a final update on where I'm at. I have posted the 4 chapters. I have 12 comments. I haven't gotten any comments since my last posting. I have 34 kudos, I have 9 bookmarks, and I have 649 hits. So I'm very pleased with how it's going so far. Again, so welcoming, everybody, on this platform. It's been really nice and fun, genuinely so fun. So no regrets, I'm having a good time. I've slowed down my pace of writing a little bit because I'm working on some other creative projects right now, and also a lot of reading. So that's how it's been going. I basically don't expect the highest quality writing. I reread my chapter 4 after I posted it, and I was like, ugh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do like a better job of giving some edits to my future postings is what I'll say. But it should be fun if you are a fan of Tears of the Kingdom or the Apothecary Diaries. It should be a good time at the very least. Thank you so much for joining me with this continued Apothecary Diaries Tears of the Kingdom fanfiction adventure. I hope you've been enjoying following along, and I will see you again next month with another creative project video. If you enjoyed this, please consider sharing it with a friend who you think would also enjoy it. Consider liking and subscribing, and I will be back again soon.